Okay. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here, let's brush. Come. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hi. Hi. There you are. Okay, we're just going to brush you. Maybe we can turn some tunes on. Maybe we could turn some tunes on. Who's out there? Someone coming home? You gonna let them come home peacefully? Peacefully? Yes, yes. Okay, let's get you brushed. Let's get you brushed. Maybe there's some tunes. We go to YouTube. Oh, actually, there's a whole YouTube music. That's nice. Let's see. Oh, cool. And it's already on me. Love to see it. It's already on me. Okay, get brushed. See if anyone tunes in. Sure taking a while. It's sure taking a while. Okay. What's this? I don't know what that is. Hello. Hi, welcome. Just turned this on, talking about dating, finding some music to listen to, and brushing Monty. Happy Tuesday? Is that what day it is? Yes, Tuesday. How's it going? Let's see. We'll start getting some answers to the question, what's wrong with dating today? I'm very curious. I do a lot of podcasting on this subject, and so always looking for people's feedback. I think the music is going to drown me out if I have it that loud. Also, are people listening to channels that just play music? Is that like legal in YouTube world? Oh, hi, Alexander. Welcome. Hello. How's it going? How's your Tuesday night? Open discussion about pretty much anything, but curious people's feedback on what is hard about dating these days, because I'm about to have a divorce lawyer on the podcast next week, and I'm really curious what most people are wondering, what I should ask her when I talk to her. She's still very optimistic about love, she told me in our pre-interview, and I think I know what questions I want to ask her. I already said hello to you, Alexander. You must have missed it. You got to be listening. Got to have your ears open. I said hi already. It's so funny that people are like demanding to say hi. Ask me something. In Russia, the biggest issue is to find a woman who wants a long relationship. That's really surprising. Are there not a lot of women that want long relationships? I actually speak Russian, but unfortunately, I'm really bad at reading it, or I would totally read your username. That's interesting that the feedback is that in Russia, people don't want long-term relationships. Here in the States, I feel like we still do want long-term relationships, but it's tough to find the right partner, and people aren't willing to settle anymore because they have their lives in order outside of being in a relationship, so they just keep living their lives and engaging in friendships, and that tends to satiate their need for socializing, for not feeling lonely, for, having people to share experiences with, go on vacations with, and whatnot. And then people's financial independence, that all kind of, I think, keeps people from settling the way that they used to decades ago. You said it depends on the age. In your 20s, it's hard. Yeah, actually, that makes a lot of sense. I'm glad that you gave me context and told me that you're in your 20s, because I do think that you're still really young. I don't know where in your 20s you are, but your frontal cortex isn't even done till 25, so I definitely wouldn't recommend getting married before that, because you change so much from 20 to 25, and from 25 to 20, it's crazy. It's a wolf. It's a Pomeranian. Yeah, this is my dog, and I'm just brushing him while I'm on this chat. It's really hard in your 60s. I could see that. Probably not as many options in your 60s. You're either looking for someone who's divorced or widowed. I know that's kind of dark. Or, you know, if you're meeting people that have never been married at 60, that can probably signal that there's something wrong. Although the way that dating culture is going now with people my age and people younger than me, I wouldn't be surprised if in a couple decades we see the most single people at 60 that we've ever seen. You said that you speak Russian. How did you learn it? I was born in Ukraine, so Russian is actually my first language because back then we weren't taught Ukrainian, and so I still speak Russian with most of my family. What options? Let's see. How's my day been, Kim? Thank you for asking. It's been really good. Oh, Ragdoll Plays. Sweet. Yeah, of course. Hi, welcome. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. I hope there's good stuff for you on this channel. It's a comedy and podcast channel, so I do a lot of different podcast episodes with lots of different subjects that I find fascinating, and I find people smarter than me to talk to about it. So hopefully it makes for a good podcast. Hi, you're American and it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Olivia Sherman. Appreciate you being here. Hi, David. Good to see everybody. Kind of an open discussion right now about what's wrong with dating, because I mentioned this earlier, but I'll say it again. I'm about to record with a divorce attorney for the podcast next week, and I know what questions I want to ask her, but I would like to get some feedback on other questions. Maybe I haven't thought of something that I could ask her since she's boots on the ground dealing with people getting divorced. I know what my suspicions are for why dating is harder these days, but curious yours. Shyness could be some of it. Yeah, people are afraid to approach each other. I think COVID didn't help with that. Everybody gets into arguments, Amanda says. Yeah, people, I don't know. Do people get into arguments as much in person, or is that online and we're kind of getting it confused with real life? Good morning, Colwind. I can't say your username's tough. Sorry, it's scrolling fast. What is the precious dog's name? His name is Monty. Oh, thank you, Colwyn. I appreciate you joining the channel. You left a message on the first teen video. A teen video. I don't have a teen video. Interesting. Hi, Purple Baddies. Great username. Fun. Love that. Welcome to the chat. It's just me brushing my precious Monty. He has to get brushed all the time, and talking to everybody about how your Tuesday's going, what you think. Unemployment epidemic. Yes, Jay, you're 1000% right. That's huge. If you can't pay your bills and you're financially insecure, you probably shouldn't even be worrying about dating. Probably have other things that are a little more important to get in order first. Let's see. Oh, hilarious, Sam. That's so funny. Ma'am, law around here is it's illegal. Aw, you're sweet. Thanks, Sam. That's really kind. I hope you're enjoying your night. Let's see. All right. What else? What else are we trying to keep up with this chat? Some of it sometimes doesn't make sense, and you'll see me pause as I try to brush Monty because he does need to get brushed. It's definitely time. These kinds of dogs can get matted really easily if you don't stay on top of brushing them. And I don't have a big groomer budget right now. So if you want to send tips for the groomer, much appreciated, but no pressure. Let's see. Howdy, Sir Wood. Howdy. Like, Beth, what's going on there today, lady? Not a whole lot. Just brushing Monty and talking about relationships. Talking about why dating's hard. So when I talk to a divorce attorney on my podcast next week, I will know what the people want to know. I'm curious. Living life blessed, you'd be sneezing. Oh, I'm sorry you're allergic to dogs. That's tough. I am allergic to cats and I'm allergic to some dogs, and I got allergy shots and now it's a little bit better. Let's see, what's the biggest dating these days? This right here, man, on this looking woman. I'm just scrolling, not him, but yeah, don't understand that. A lot of word salad in that comment there. Not sure what you meant by that. Donut circle. Lake Beth, Mint nickname used to be Monty. Oh, cute. It's a great name. It suits him well. Oh, you had a dog named Coda, Christopher. That's awesome. He's a Pomeranian. Communication, and majority of people are only looking for pleasure and now not love nowadays. People don't know what love is anymore. Tito, that's definitely part of the problem. I think what I would say is not that people aren't necessarily looking for love, but it does seem like everyone thinks everybody else is really disposable. It's called paradox of choice. They think that, we all think we have so many options because we can just swipe on the next person these days. And that kind of culture definitely breeds a tendency to not want to get to know people. However, on the flip side of that, we're also getting to know each other and finding character issues and not having to settle and kind of getting out of that faster. So it's, I think, a little bit of both. You want this dog. He's a great dog. I understand. Oh, thank you about the comment on my nails. These are actually my nails. They're not even fake. They're just mine and long. Tiffany, outfit check. It's an old surfing t-shirt and a gray skirt, and Monty's on my lap, so I can't get up right now, but it's kind of a boring, just like lightweight gray skirt because it's hot outside. But thank you. Hi, Julian. Aw, that's cute. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Don't mind me as I try to get some more. Your dog is cute, thank you. Trying to get him groomed simultaneously while doing this live. How old am I? I'm 36. Probably older than most of the people scrolling in here. You said too many cheaters out there, too many high expectations. I think it depends on what those high expectations are, but I agree with you that cheating, for me personally, is a complete deal breaker. And if someone did that to me, or I knew someone had a tendency to cheat, that's like an automatic no for me. Huge red flag. Yeah, lots of cheaters. But I think it's like, if you're attracting them all the time too, you got to look at what the common denominator is and what your taste in people is and why you keep picking cheaters, even though it's of course not your fault if you get cheated on. But if it tends to be a pattern with who you're picking, I would examine who you're picking and why. You've had enough with these people yelling at their kids. Who's yelling at their kids? Okay. 36, but you look in your late 20s respectfully. Thank you so much. I think it's a combination of good genetics and taking care of myself and working out and drinking water. Aw, thank you. Who would cheat on me? I don't know that I've ever been cheated on. I'm just responding to one of the earlier comments where someone said that that's what's wrong with relationships these days. That's what makes dating hard, is that there's a lot of cheating. I think that there's always been a lot of cheating, and I think that it's probably a lot harder, or maybe it's easier to catch people these days. I think with technology, it's easier to catch people than it used to be 100 years ago. Let's see. I'm trying to get other women. It's not easy. Would love to hear about your tactics. Maybe we can, if you have tactical questions, we can explore them. Let's see. The gap between people are ignorant and have a lack of knowledge, and some are sheltered, parents passive. Let's see. Yeah, some people are in different worlds. That means that you're not compatible, so those aren't the people to date anyways, right? If I'm taking that comment correctly. I think I am. I could be wrong. Curious if anyone's had good luck lately, if anyone's like entered a new relationship recently. I would love to hear what the green flags are and how long it took you to kind of figure each other out to the point of being in like a committed relationship. So a lot of times I'll date people for a few months and we never quite get to the phase where we're boyfriend, girlfriend, and we're exclusive, and then it tends to end there. And so far it hasn't been with anyone who I would have wanted it to go longer with, but still I'm kind of seeing out there in the world today, people are more reluctant than ever to commit to each other. And I do think like the 2 or 3 month mark is at least where you should know if you want to be exclusive with somebody. I think that that's perfectly reasonable if you're going out, once or twice a week. Your pit wants to meet my Pomeranian. He would be terrified of a pit bull. He's unfortunately really scared of big dogs. Unless you have one of those little, what are they, like those low riders, I think they're called Staffordshire pitties. My dog is so fluffy. Yeah, he is. He's super fluffy. Char Ray. Yep. And because he's so fluffy, I have to brush him a couple times a week. So I figured I would do that on this live. And so if no one's interested in what we're talking about, then they could at least tune in for his cute little face. He always does this thing when I'm brushing him where he like refluffs himself. It's so freaking cute. I just got to make sure that I brush him all the way around, even though he finds it super unpleasant, so that he doesn't get matted, because it's really painful for dogs when they get matted and then they have to get shaved, and it's a whole issue. You're starting a relationship. Odette is starting a relationship for the first time. You went out with the person you met. That's awesome. Curious how you met, if you're willing to share. Story of Ray's year. Let's see. Personal hygiene is important. If your coochie smells like fish, guys won't want to be with you. I mean, if anybody's genitalia smells, yeah, that's absolutely disgusting. That's definitely a personal issue that should be taken care of, and you should find, hopefully, polite but honest ways to talk about it, because some people don't know how they smell because of sensory adaptation, which is our natural tendency to get used to our own environment smell and our own smell, because it's really just the change of smell that's supposed to, the way your brain works is it's a shift of smell that's supposed to alert you to danger, so we get used to smells. Coming fresh out of the gym ain't bad though. Yeah, I mean, if you're coming fresh out of the gym, you're gonna be sweaty and gross, and it's gonna be time for a shower. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. I'm glad you liked my answer. Let's see. The person you met gave you a ring. What kind of ring? An engagement ring? Thought you just met. Interesting. It's so funny. Like, I go in these chats and I never know what is going to happen here. I never know. But it's been very productive, and I've learned a lot. Selfishness, 1,000%. Selfishness is a good answer. I think a lot of people can agree with that. So thank you, MDZ, for that one. Yeah, people, I think selfishness, now people like grab for the word narcissistic a lot. But I think it's the complaint that people used to have about selfishness. It's, you got to be considerate if you're going to have other people in your life. Thank you. Thanks for saying, both of you, Oreo and Odette, that you love my dog. I love him too. His name is Monty. He's such a good boy. And if no one wants to listen to me, they can just tune in to watch him be cute. The ring probably has a tracking device. Lots of weird people nowadays too, sadly. Honestly, Tito, good looking out. Good looking out. Yeah, you could be completely correct with that. Oh, thanks, Mr. Brad Boy. He is a nice dog. He's a good boy. He's a Pomeranian, Brant. He's a big Pomeranian. He's about 14 pounds, but still very much a Pomeranian in looks and personality. Sauce, you want to take me shopping for nice things and unisex perfumes? I can stay at your mansion. Well, feel free to tip to prove to me that that's legit. I don't really take people up on that kind of thing, but appreciate you. You're welcome to tip. It'll go towards Monty's grooming expenses. Sometimes I can only do so much. You used to have a white Pumpette dog and it got sick. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Meet someone who's not selfish. Ah, thank you. Thanks for the gift. That's really sweet, Tito. I appreciate that. Meet someone who's not selfish, but selfish when it comes to you. That's beautifully put. I'm Daisy. I like that a lot. Yeah. You should meet someone who, you know, is going to be... All right, let me remove the idiot. Okay. Gotcha is a fun game for dogs? What is gotcha for dogs? I can't get him to bark, but he will probably bark at some point on this stream because we're sitting in my living room and I'm in an apartment, and when he hears people walk by, he will bark to alert me to it. My goodness, I'm having to get a lot of, yeah, let me get him permanently banned. Hang on. Report. Okay. All right, we're getting that person out of here. They're out of here. Goodbye. Goodbye, loser. Okay. My goodness. It's so sad to me when people show what an absolute, like, piece of crap they are. Let's see. How the heck do I ban this person? I keep removing this person. All right, you are going to be reported multiple times. Get out of here. There we go. Okay. God, I feel so bad for people who are so sad and have nothing to do with their time other than comment things like that. What an absolute loser. I know, seriously. I can't, no, I can't admit, I completely agree with you, Tito. Absolutely insane. Imagine hating yourself so much that you need to get online and mess with other people who are literally just trying to hang out and have a good time. Mm-hmm. So sorry about how sad your life must be to post things like that. Pretty crazy. Just not even gonna address it. Oh, thanks, Norman. I appreciate it. I hope you're having a good Tuesday. Just brushing the dog here. I recently got out of the shower. Haven't gotten ready to go grocery shopping yet. Thanks, Kit. That's so nice. I am playing with my dog and just chatting and answering, discussing. Oh, thank you for saying the dog's a cutie. Jesus. Yeah. Lots of love. Nothing but love while I get this boy brushed. His belly got a little bit dirty. It's kind of been raining where I am. I don't have a trigger word for the dog. Is that a thing? Every time I'm on here, I'm learning. I don't know what the heck is going on. My mission, if I could be honest, because this is a podcast channel, obviously I'm trying to grow the show. I'm hoping that it reaches people that it needs, who enjoy it and who, find it entertaining, or that it teaches something, or, maybe you'll discover other comedians that you like. Where am I from, Kit? I was born in Ukraine, and then I grew up in Cleveland, and then I lived in LA for a while, and now I'm in Austin. Well, guess what, Money Mandingo? You're in my stream, and I'm not in yours. So what does that tell us about you? If I'm so whiny, why are you in here wasting your time commenting? Go do something else with your life. All right, we're gonna keep brushing this boy while the absolute cutest boy in the world gets brushed. Let's keep talking about dating. Look up gotcha collar. Interesting. All right. My gosh. The people that are in here, it's obviously, I don't understand how to get this loser out of here. There we go. Now they're gone. Okay. No, I've never been pregnant. I'm not trans. That was a bot. And I blocked that person because I don't need that kind of negativity. I think it's so pathetic and sad when people get online and just try to bully people. Like, that's the number one way to show the rest of us that you have nothing to contribute and nothing to, add to a conversation. She cheated on her last boyfriend, close friend of yours, lady is scandalous. Oh, we were talking about how cheating is horrible and a deal breaker earlier. The worst thing in dating is when they suddenly stop caring, they act like the perfect person to lure you in. Then you're evil for not wanting to be with someone that treats you like dirt. Don't let anybody tell you that. As soon as someone switches up on you, get out of there and don't look back and don't question it, because you deserve better than that for sure. It's good that you're aware when someone switches up on you, because that's a really common tactic, is that people just want validation, so they'll get you, they'll act like they're one person, and then once they feel they've got you, they'll let the mask down and start treating you poorly, and always feel confident to leave. Don't ever worry about leaving. Oh, thanks for saying Monty's beautiful. He is a gorgeous boy. Trying to get him brushed here so that he doesn't mat. He's got a lot of fur, and it's a very arduous process to get him brushed, and thankfully he's very patient with me. What else is going on here? Trickery, compatibility. Yeah, I mean, those are the kinds of things that take time to discover about a person, because I think a lot of folks are capable of, oh, bye, Tito. I appreciate that you subscribed. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Oh, you have scars from the last one. I'm sorry. Wait, I had a point to make 5 seconds ago. Yeah, when someone switches up on you, don't be afraid to leave. Yeah, you're right, Derek. I got that person out, but it wouldn't let me like block them. It only was having me remove the person, and then they just kept coming back in. So I don't really know how that works with YouTube. I only saw how to ban a person for 24 hours, so we did that. The point I was going to make was don't be afraid of exiting out of relationships if they're not working for you. Because people will totally pretend and switch up on you. And I read this amazing book about relationships called Mating at Midnight. I could be wrong about that. Mating in Captivity by Esther Perel. That is the book. And she's like a very well-known relationship sex therapist, I believe. And she made a really great point in that book that lust is metabolically expensive and that it lasts about 9 to 12 months, which some of you may have heard other people talk about that. And that's why you kind of see the chemistry like settle down a lot. People get out of that honeymoon phase after like 9 to 12 months usually. And it's once that honeymoon phase wears off that you can really get to know your true compatibility with a person. Oh, thanks, Cheyenne. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. Hopefully, there's something on here that fascinates you. It's a lot of podcasts and comedy videos and a lot of dog content. Yeah, a lot of this, and a lot of times I'll like record myself going, doing the live recordings of the podcast. I've got one tomorrow at 3:30 Central Time with another comedian who's super funny. Is it GSTLY99? Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for being here. You're a good member of the chat. Most of you are really good members of the chat. I've only had a few people that I had to skedaddle out of here. You just figured you'd have fun with the game. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. You've been married for Goldberg's been married for 25 years and have 4 kids and still acts like we're newlyweds. That's so cool. Congratulations. Sounds like a dream. Hi, Austin. Hi, Emily. Aw, thank you. He is a cute doggo. His name is Monty. I keep getting sidetracked from brushing him. I gotta make sure I get all of his body done so that he doesn't get matted. Because with this type of fur, you know he will. Thank you for saying he's cute. Hi, Emily. You're in a new relationship. Seems to be more into the relationship than her. She's cautious. Jeff, she should be cautious, and so should you. If it's new, you should absolutely make sure you're in the information phase. You're learning about each other. Don't make any assumptions. Don't project onto the person who you want them to be in the relationship, but actually get to know them for who they are and make sure that that's where the compatibility lies. Because what happens a lot is we get attracted to someone and then we project onto them the person we think we want them to be, and we don't actually get to know them. Emily, he's a Pomeranian. He is a sweet, big ol' Pomeranian boy who's being very patient with his brushing. He's a Pomeranian. Anyways. All right, the brushing is... Look how much fur I've gotten off of him so far. He is so fluffy, yeah. Hi, Eddie, welcome. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a good night. Getting my boy brushed here. If you're interested, if you're into podcasts with comedians, there's a lot of that on this channel. I also podcast with lots of therapists and authors. I had a guy on who canoed down the entire Mississippi. It took him 3 months. I've had sex trafficking detectives on. I've had like people who are metaphysical practitioners, like spiritual folks who read tarot and are into manifesting and stuff like that. I talk about manifesting a lot on this channel if you're into that kind of thing. I love mindset stuff. Thank you for saying he's got a cute smile. He does. Used to have a Pomeranian female a long time ago and she was so sweet. Aw, Eddie, yeah, Pomeranians are really sweet dogs. I know some of them can be little terrors. Hi, Slay the General. But a lot of Pomeranians are very, very kind dogs. And Monty is that way. He's very, very kind. He would never, ever bite somebody. He's a really good boy. He loves other small dogs. He loves cats. He loves people. He's always excited. He's always happy. Okay. And he's being so patient with me as I brush him, even though it's absolutely not his favorite thing. But this is the only way to keep him from getting matted. Oh my gosh, I've been in here for half an hour. Is this stream going well? I don't know how to judge these. You have a joke for me, Eddie. Let's hear it. I promise not to steal it. Let's hear it, though. Oh. Okay. Whilst I get this boy brushed. Your ball python is named Monty from Monty Python. Great movie, great name. I did not name Monty after Monty Python, but I have seen it, and people ask me that all the time. Why can't you fart in an Apple store? Because they can't open any windows? I don't know. Tell me. I'm curious. It's a good setup. Absolutely. On the edge of my seat for this punchline, Eddie. Because there's no windows. Hey, that's what I said. Oh my God, I figured it out. I love that I figured it out. I said it a little bit different, but I'm glad that I nailed that. I feel like that's, as a comedian, that's a win for me to figure that out. Although I do feel like that's like a Laffy Taffy joke, but I like it. Yeah, nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. All right. Don't mind me as I continue to get this boy clean. I know, Monty, I know. It's okay. He's tolerating the brushing. Thank you, Jazzy. That's really sweet. I appreciate that. I hope there's something entertaining here on this channel for you. I kind of do these lives very randomly, and I never really know what to do on them. So I always get Monty involved. But this is a comedy and podcast channel where I'm uploading new podcast episodes every Monday and every other Thursday. So it's usually like 6 a month. And I'm doing my best to have good, smart, funny conversations with all sorts of people who are much smarter than I am. Tomorrow I'm having a comedian who I love on, and I'm going to stream it live. Burrito Farts has a joke. Let's hear it. What's the fuzzy dog doing? He's getting brushed. I'm brushing him. Why do you eat a burrito? To fart? Comedian is hard. I'm funny as hell, but when I'm around a bunch of people, I run out of material fast. Yeah, well, when you're a comedian, you have to constantly be writing new material, and you usually work your way up to an hour, and then you publish it, and then you start over. But it takes years and years to get to that point. My dog is very fluffy, yes. Hence me trying to brush him right now to make sure he doesn't get matted and his coat stays beautiful. And every time I brush him, so much comes off. It's crazy. And he just sits here like a good boy and takes it. Look at this. This is just from one comb. I'll show you the giant. I'm going to end up with this giant fur ball once we're done. I'm just trying to make sure I get like all the different sides of his body. But he's like hiding this side from me. It's not a very pleasant experience for him, but there's so much fur, and I gotta prevent it from matting. It's so important, because right now grooming is not in my budget as I adjust to living in a new city and having a new job and catch my bearings. Financially, I'm trying to hustle here, people. One of the goals of doing these lives as much as I can is to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm not crazy far. I'm in the 700s. Hopefully I can get there by the end of the month. Make a pillow out of that fur. I'm tempted to. Yeah, I could. Crazy, man be genuine and nothing to say. The game was the topic over time. Youth gets cultivated because the elders play this game. The world can be hard growing up as a genuine man. What do you mean by that? Oh, thanks, Brad. Thanks. Yeah, I know I'll get there. It's just been a tedious process. Let's see. I should give him a teddy bear haircut. He's had a teddy bear haircut before. Thanks, Willie. It's a cycle, everybody gets paid. What's a cycle, everybody gets paid? Life? Good and bad? Yeah, it's true. Criminals and cops. I don't know what that's a little random. Not sure what that has to do with anything, but sure. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. I can what as well? I'm a little lost, a little bit. Oh, bye, Skater Fisher. Thanks for being here. Did bro look like a real bear? Yeah, he really did. He looked like Boo, that famous Pomeranian that I think is no longer with us. I try not to. Oh my God, you sent me a husky? That's adorable. Thank you. Wait, who sent that? Willie? Thank you. How cool. Love that, love that. How much you charge chat trade spots with the dog? Hilarious. $5,000. If I explain something and you understand me or got me, you can say gotcha. Okay. What am I saying gotcha to? It's hard to follow this sometimes. Sam Kinison is funny. Not sure I spelled the name right. I think you did actually. Yeah, R.I.P. to him. He was definitely a legend in his time. That's not like my favorite kind of comedy, like big character energy and yelling, but it is hilarious and I totally see the appeal. It's just not my personal favorite, but I understand his place in comedy history is very important. $5,000, geez, I have $40 burning a hole in my pocket. Well, it's not gonna get you anything. Mama's got bills, sorry. His scream was funny, it was, yeah. How old am I, Johnny? I'm 36. Chillin'. Oy. I'm what they call well, no, I'm not an elder millennial. I think I'm like a mid millennial. How old is your husband? Ain't no husband, nope. So who knows? Eddie Murphy did it the best. Yeah, Eddie Murphy was insanely talented. It is so sad that he didn't keep doing stand-up. Thanks, Willie. Thanks for the owl. That was adorable. I have no kids, just my dog. And I'm not one of those dogs or kids people. Although dogs are family. I'll say that. So what happens when I get all these gifts like the owl and the animal? What is that do for me? I don't really know the YouTube game like that. I don't know what it means. Okay. This dog is getting brushed slowly but surely. We've almost done his whole body. Look how big this is getting. Why are you asking how old my mom is? She's in her 50s. I don't want to be too specific. YouTube takes half the money and then you still have to pay taxes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I mean, isn't that every job? Every platform it takes a cut. I have a Patreon too where I post like private stuff and they take a cut too. But it's kind of what we have to do these days as creators to get, keep the lights on. My pillow is almost ready, you're right. I have to do like this side of him. He's getting a little ornery because I've been going at it for a while and I think he's like sick of being brushed and probably wants to get off my lap and get out of here. But I just need to do like a little bit more. Make sure I get him fully cleaned up. There's fur literally everywhere. There ends up being like fur in my mouth and my eyes and my food later. It's all over the couch. Trying to get it together. Tommy Boy's a classic. Never seen it. Seinfeld was funny when it was on. Yes, I love Seinfeld. I actually watch reruns of it on Netflix all the time. Half of revenue goes to YouTube. I don't think it's well, maybe ad revenue is, but that doesn't mean it's not still a good source of income. What is my live about? My live, it started out being about what's wrong with relationships because I'm going to be podcasting with a divorce attorney next week. And I'm curious people's input on what they want to hear about with that. But then it's also just like absolute nonsense. We're just here chilling and I'm trying to, get the podcast discovered, because while some of you probably don't care or listen to podcasts, maybe some of you do, and maybe there's episodes on there that you'll relate to or find entertaining or learn something, yada yada. I'm like absolutely climbing, scraping, battling my way to try to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can get AdSense, because I'm short on money and I'm trying to get some bills paid. I just moved a couple months ago and I'm playing catch up financially after all the moving expenses. And I work so hard on the podcast. I've got 147 episodes already out. I've put them out in less than 2 years. And as soon as I hit 1,000, I can start making some AdSense money and hopefully push the Patreon too. How do I handle trolls here? I try to get rid of them as best as I can, Johnny, but sometimes the chat is moving a little fast for me. I'm not going through a divorce. George Costanza saving the Frogger machine, hilarious. Easily like one of the funny. He's way funnier, I think, than Seinfeld. Is the divorce attorney male or female? She's female. Oh, Eddie, I see why you were confused. You thought I was going through a divorce. I'm not. I'm just talking to a divorce attorney on the podcast. I've had a lot of like relationship therapists on before, and so it's she submitted for the show, and I talked to her during a pre-interview. Thought that she would make a good guest. She has some interesting things to say, and so I basically just do the live on here to give people a chance to pass along any questions that might make sense for her. George was your favorite. He made the show. Yeah. You know what's funny about Jason Alexander? I had never seen the movie Pretty Women before, and I just watched it the other night. It's kind of a classic. And I was like surprised I had never seen it before, and I didn't know he was in it. He was funny in it. Eddie, he is a very happy dog, except right now he's a little annoyed with me because I've been brushing him for as long as this live's been going, so about 40 minutes. And he's probably so sick of it, but I just got to make sure that he doesn't get matted. And so I have to brush him as much as I can. And then I'll get off of here and give him a treat as a thank you for being such a good, tolerant boy. I've already gotten this much fur off of him. The ball just keeps getting bigger. Anyway, I think it is almost time. Thanks, Kush. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the $2. I will put that towards his grooming fund. That's definitely part of why I'm trying to get the channel big, so I can spoil him. He deserves to be spoiled. He deserves all the grooming appointments in the world and all the dog clubs, social clubs that you can belong to. Everything. As soon as I have more money, he's just going to get spoiled to the end of the earth. Your dad gave you a bill when you turned 18. Everything I owe him taking care of me. That's pretty rude. None of us asked to be here, so it's our parents. It's the least they could do is financially support us at least till 18. He does need a groomie, that's right. Anyway, I think I'm about done brushing him, and I think it's just about time to feed him and get myself over to the grocery store. So thank you so much for tuning into this live. If you want to catch up with me again, or you want to see episodes of the podcast as they come out, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be able to keep track of me. And yeah, it's been fun to talk to you all. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night.